that this week was a week just full of anxiety and binge studying. The most anxiety-induced stressful thing. I think I might be cooked. Oh my god, no, I can't start reading it though. I have stuff to do. I mean it. The horrors persist, but so do I. So here is a brutally realistic week of what I read as a full-time grad student who works and is just trying to live a big girl life in the big city. Good morning. Welcome to the start of a new vlog. It's Saturday actually, and I need to head to work in like 15 minutes. And normally I would not vlog at all Saturday because I go to the clinic, and truly work is the most anxiety-inducing situation to me as of right now because I'm just starting out. I don't know when the flip switches and it will just get easier, but two of my clients just canceled their appointment for today, and that just eased so much anxiety to me. I have an exam on Tuesday and I really need to study for that. Let me talk to you about what I'm reading. I started yesterday, Intermezzo by Sally Rooney. I am only on chapter 3, 13% of the way through, page 60. It's about two brothers, and I think both brothers have their own romance women things going on. And I was I want to figure out what that's about. The older one is Peter, the younger one is Ivan. I at this point could not care less about the older brother. He's 30 something. They have a 10-year age difference. But the reason why I was wait a second, I might like this book, I at least will continue to read it, is because of Ivan's chapters. He is my age, he's 22, 23, a chess champion. First of all, you guys know that I have a thing for people who play chess. The same way that I have a thing for people who know how to solve a Rubik's Cube. Hot nerd vibes. And he gets involved with an older woman, 12 years I think, 12 years older than him. Sally Rooney did such a good job of writing tension. But I'll continue to read more. I've been intermittently breaking it up with reading Saving Six by Chloe Walsh, which is a completely different vibe, which is Joey's book, even though I haven't read any of the other Boys of Tommen's books. But we'll see what I get up to because you guys know me, I switch books at the drop of a hat. At the clinic, I just finished with my first client. I probably should study, but I want to read. Guys, I'm so scared. I keep hearing these noises. I should have locked the door. I'm so scared. I'm scared. I think that it was just people doing things in the building next door. It's a complex. I don't really know, but I was actually so scared of fighting for my life, and I should have gone home and immediately started studying, but I didn't do that. I decided to procrastinate by going to the gym. So, oh my gosh, it was Saturday, so of course qualifying was on and it was timed perfectly. Of course, perfect. Saw Christian Horner and then it ruins my mood. But let's catch back up with the girl talk questions, even though I should be studying. Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. I'm on page 148, 34% of the way through. I love the younger brother. You're inside of his head and you can see all the things that he's overthinking, and he says to the woman too sometimes the things that he's overthinking, and I think that's so sweet. If a boy ever said that kind of stuff to me, oh my god, I would find it so endearing. Oh, speaking of, let's continue the girl talk conversation. I just want to say that I think that I'm probably the least qualified person you could ever ask for about boy related girl talk stuff, because I do not have a good track record with boys. Whatever the worst way you can imagine of turning someone down, I've done worse. And it was never the boy's fault, it was literally my fault just because I didn't know what I was doing. So yeah, take everything I say with a grain of salt, obviously. So let me talk about all the boy ones first, because some of the questions are about boys and then some of the questions are about friendships and that stuff. I feel I have more to say about it because that's what I know more. Okay, someone said advice on how to approach a classmate I'm interested in. I'm a first year uni student. That's so fun. But if there's any men watching this, please feel free to completely fact check me. But I think that a lot of boys do not get approached. I think it's really rare. I think that you have a pretty good shot. I think that you need to first find out whether this man is cuffed. For me, I kind of always assume that people are cuffed because I would rather assume that than not assume it and then they're cuffed, then I would feel kind of bad. So yeah, the first step is to find out whether they're cuffed or not. After that, you're set. I think that you should just approach them. This might just be a me personality thing, but to me, as soon as I meet someone for the first time, as far as I'm concerned, we're this. We're besties. You just get a first introduction, you learn each other's names. As long as you get the first hi, I'm Sunny. It's oh, so nice to meet you. You part ways. Now the next time you see each other, you can say hi. I think that with boys, the easiest thing to do is to ask them for help with something. Something menial that you could also low-key, if things don't work out or whatever, you could easily gaslight people into being I had no ulterior motive. I was truly just asking for help for something. So if they're in your class in first year uni, you should be oh, where in the syllabus does it say this? Whatever. It's so easy. They'll help you and be oh, thanks so much. What was your name, by the way? I say that all the time. I mean, I don't do this just for boys. I do this all around just because I think it's a nice thing to do. I think that that's how you should do it. Just go ask them for help for something, because any decent person will help you if they can. Also, I think you can low-key tell if someone is cuffed from the way that they interact with you. Next time you see each other, you can go, oh hey, it was your name, right? It's really that easy. That goes for just making friends in general. I feel after that, if you really want to make a move, I say that you just make it. Especially when you get to university, there's a really good chance that you're never gonna see this person again. So what do you really have to lose? You could try something and it could absolutely crash and burn. And then what? You can swiftly move on, never think about it again, never talk about it again. No one needs to know. So as far as you're concerned, it never even happened. So I say just approach the person. As long as you know that they're not cuffed, I feel like you should just go for it. I feel like if you're a girl, it's a lot easier to like approach someone under the guise of like innocence. And so low-key, I feel like girls can get away with kind of a lot. I don't know why I look so dark. Almost 3. I decided I'm gonna take a study break now. I need to go grocery shopping. I literally had nothing to eat for lunch, so I made myself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And it's kind of cold outside, so I changed into a thicker hoodie. This is me declaring my intentions for Saquon Barkley. I am in love with that man. Eagles just won against the Bengals. I think I've eaten my weight in Frosted Flakes, which can't be good.
I just came back from the bank because I needed to use the ATM. I literally got cash money.
I'm back. I successfully got the bag. I'm so excited. The story is, yesterday I was on FaceTime with my friend. This is the friend where we share a football hyperfixation. Very dangerous territory. And I was saying how I'm going as Jalen Hurts for Halloween, but I don't have a jersey. But that's okay, I have a sweater and I'll have to just cut and paste whatever. And I was on Facebook Marketplace, as we are calling, as one does. And I come across a listing and it's for this jersey, which is the Joe Burrow jersey. I like Joe Burrow, not a big Bengals fan. However, my friend loves Joe Burrows, but I was like, hey, whatever, maybe I'll just do this for Halloween. It will just be like my sleep jersey or whatever, because I feel like it'd be comfortable to sleep in. And then I click on this guy's marketplace profile and I see he has hella NFL jerseys that he's selling, and most of them are sold, but I see one and it's not sold, and I'm like, oh, wait a second. And it's Amon-Ra St. Brown's jersey, the wide receiver for the Detroit Lions. If you guys know the Receiver documentary on Netflix, I was so excited for it because low-key, wide receivers are my favorite players on the team. I love wide receivers. That's why I love Devontae Smith. Amon-Ra St. Brown was on that show, and he's such a fascinating person. He literally became my favorite receiver to watch from that show. And so I was like, oh my gosh, this would be a crazy pick to be for Halloween. And I was like, I have to do it. So I got both. This one is gonna be my friend and this one is gonna be mine. Yeah, I wish I had new updates for you, but it's the same old, same old. I guess I can give you a book update though. I do read on like my little study breaks. Page 161, 37% of the way through. Oh my god, also, I made my tea today. Instead of just normal milk because I ran out, I put in chocolate milk. Honestly, pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Adds a little kick. Guys, I was studying. It's 11:40. I remember just now that I have a mentorship meeting for my job in 20 minutes. Let me tell you that these meetings are the most anxiety-inducing 45 minutes of my entire life because like I don't know what I'm doing. Fake it till you make it. Like I really don't know what I'm doing. I literally have like heart palpitations the entire time. But just because I'm starting out, like I'm sure that if I had more confidence in myself, it would be fine. I feel like I just don't do well speaking in group meetings like this. Like anyway, I just finished, survived another session. Yo, I need to send a voice note to my friend. It's like 9:40 now. When I tell you, sorry, I showered, so my hair's a bit wet. When I tell you that I spent the whole day locked up in my room, alternating between sitting at this desk, studying, look, alternating between doing that, then going into my washroom and learning TikTok dances as my study break. I literally would just go through a cycle of studying and then dancing, studying and then dancing this entire day. I think I'm gonna do one more study session and then I'm gonna go to bed and read because I want to go to bed early because I want to wake up early so that I can do another study session tomorrow morning, and then we have morning class and then have another study session at lunch, and then it's my exam. So that way I technically have 3 more study sessions even though the test is tomorrow. I hope to God that this exam all recognition based. Like I hope that it's just like 30 multiple choice questions, no fill in the blanks. It's literally so much material. I condensed it all into this page, and this page. That is literally what I was doing all day. I know I'm gonna have to take a fat L on some of these. Hey, good morning. Happy exam day. It's 8:30 and I have class at 10, but not my exam because we just have a morning class. But I'm gonna go to school right now because I want to go early, like I said, for a little study session. You guys know my goal this year has been to stop just wearing sweatshirts and sweatpants every single day. However, I always make an exception if I like have an exam and I just want to be comfortable. So today qualifies. That's why this is probably my favorite, most goated outfit of all time because I literally got a compliment. I got a compliment from my friend about this when I wore this little sweat set. Toronto Raptors, duh. And then gray sweatpants and then my glasses. Classic test taking outfit. I'm gonna pack my stuff. I think I'm also gonna vlog today for like reels.
There's literally no one here. Apparently there's a book that's coming out today. Don't Let the Forest In. I just searched it up and I do remember why it was so important. It's because it's a new C.G. Drew's book, which you guys know C.G. Drews is like my favorite underrated author, even though they literally wrote nothing and then like fell off the face of the planet. Oh my gosh, but it released today and C.G. Drew's books are impossible to find anywhere on the internet. That means I'm never gonna be able to find it. I'm literally tempted to buy it, I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god, no, I can't start reading it though. I have stuff to do. Me saying that, and then I immediately use any of my free time just to watch NFL Mic'd Up. Me listening to New Heights while reading my book before class starts is like so sunny core. I did stick to my plan of having a study session at lunch, and then I took my exam, and this is me when war's over. Just finished that midterm. It was 60 true and false questions. Our professor was so goated for that. We do have lecture after this, but I have like almost an hour break. I need to go through like 1,000 studies to screen for a systematic review that I'm helping with, and I'm meeting with her on Friday, and I haven't done anything because I've been studying. Now I need to do all of that in the next like 2 days. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I think I might be cooked because I just got an email and she's asking if I could have all of the screenings done for earlier. And of course I'm gonna say yes, but I just realized that I have a quiz tomorrow too that I haven't studied for, so I need to do both of those things tonight. Oh my gosh, wait, I'm kind of cooked, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so I have 467 studies to screen. Okay, I feel like that's manageable. I think I can do it. And you know what? I did do it, but at what cost? Because the last like 2 to 3 hours of this lecture, I literally did not pay attention to class at all, but it's okay because it is not testable on the exams. That was free permission for me to do whatever I wanted, and I ended up finally getting through all of these studies. But let me tell you, I had the most massive headache of my life and like got sciatica. The hours that I spent screening these like 500, 600 studies, they were worse than the exam. Yeah, it took me 2 to 3 hours, but I finished screening those 500 studies, but my head hurt so bad. I literally wasn't paying attention in class at all. I was literally just screening studies. That was me rushing back home because I actually had to take another meeting / like workshop kind of thing. This one was all about breastfeeding, but we basically need to do a couple of these workshops in order to graduate. Obviously, I was reading Saving Six during that meeting. Also, I saw something on TikTok where it's like, oh, you put in all your fictional crushes and you ask ChatGPT to like psychoanalyze you. And doing this made me realize that I actually don't have a lot of like fictional crushes. Didn't know what to put. I feel like I just like couples. Most of the time I'm like, I would not go 6 feet near you, but I love you for the person you're in the couple with. Okay, it's 8. That meeting just ended. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm fighting for my life, trying to stay awake. I was trying to study for that quiz, but my back hurts so bad. Also, low-key, there was more content in that lecture that we're being quizzed on tomorrow than I thought, but I'm really about to fall asleep. Should I go to the gym? Because I'm actually about to fall asleep. To bed. Oh, also, I made an omelet during that call, and it was literally the most stressful thing I've ever had to do in my life. I could fall asleep right now. Whatever. Time to be an academic bulldozer or whatever. From this crusty, dusty videos, the only footage that I got for Thursday where we have an all-day class, but this is probably the most struggle day of my life, I'm not gonna lie. I was actually screaming, fighting for my life, actually. Everyone, happy Thursday, 5 p.m. and I just had dinner. I kind of was a horrible vlogger, but that is because I woke up so late. I don't know what's been happening, because normally you guys know I'm such a grandma. I wake up so early and I like doing that. Like having a cool like 3 hours before I have to like leave my house. Truly, it's just been like a recently thing. I can't wake up early even if I go to sleep like relatively early. I don't know if I just have 50 years of sleep debt. I really need to fix that. We had a quiz in the morning today, so I literally just woke up and I hopped out of my apartment, and today we had a full day of class. We had a lab in the afternoon, and then that ended at 4. I was starving because I didn't pack my lunch because I woke up so late. I came back home and I scarfed down so many random things out of impulse. This is on a Tupperware lid. It's literally English muffins that are not toasted with peanut butter and jam that I like pried open with my bare hands. My post-dinner snack. I've been running on empty the past couple of days. The last thing that I really have to do, okay, not the last thing, edit a video and send it for submission. I like really have to do that. Sorry, I've been like skipping video uploads every other week, and it's literally just because I have no time. Honestly, it's not just like the time that it takes to edit, it's like the social energy that it takes to sit down and film. I'm a very introverted person, even though I'm social. Having to like interact socially drains a lot of energy to me, and my friends all know this. Literally in class, we were like in rows in class. I used to be in the middle of the row. I asked my friend who sits on the very end to switch spots with me because I wanted to be at the very end, where I'm like literally backed into a corner with only one person next to me, and it literally improved my quality of life so much. I was like the roadblock because I will shamelessly completely turn off and like not speak to anyone if I don't want to, and I was like dividing the table, and I would know it too, but I just don't care enough because I'm so exhausted and I don't want to talk. Like for the most part, I do not want to talk to people. Actually, it's not necessarily just talking in general, it's group socialization. Anything more than like 2 people actually drains my energy so much. I will literally cling on to one person, talk with one other person, and at most talk with 2 other people, and that is my optimal situation. The second there's a 3rd person, I will shamelessly exit that conversation, and it has nothing to do with any of the people involved. I just know me, and I can't. It's so hard for me. So all that to say that I love vlogging, and I'm literally just on my own when I vlog, but I expel a social energy. Otherwise, I'll be sitting here being vegetative, silent. Like if there was a CCTV in my room, or if I was like freaking on the Truman Show, the Sunny Show, and everyone was just like watching me, oh, it would be silent. I do not talk. I don't do anything.
amazing. The energy that I'm expelling into the world, it's delta equals 0. But anyway, that was my spiel about that. The good news is that during my lab today, we have like facilitators who are other SLPs from like the community, like not our profs. Our facilitator, she was Korean. So beautiful, first of all, and like such a great facilitator. I had never met a Korean SLP before. She was literally the first Korean SLP I've ever met. And I was literally talking to my friend the other day about how, to me, I like to think that I'm fairly a secure and like confident person in general. The one place where I like actually spiral and have cognitive distortions of like, for some reason, I just don't have faith in myself is like with school and like career. The thought of graduating to me is like so anxiety inducing. I can't even explain it. I just have such, and I know it too. Like I just, this huge cognitive distortion that I won't be able to do, or I won't be able to achieve the things I want to achieve in work, which sucks because in literally everything else in my life, I'm like of the full belief that if I really set my mind to something, I could do it. Work is the one thing where I'm like, even if I did every single thing that I can, I tried my very, very hardest, I am not gonna be able to do it. It sucks to think. I was saying to my friend, like, I truly think that it's because I haven't met any people who look like me in positions that I want to be in. And so in my head, it just seems inconceivable that I would ever be able to do that stuff. It's like subliminal. That's why representation is so important. Like literally seeing representation in like positions of authority or positions of leadership or positions and pathways and places that you eventually want to go is actually so important, even if you don't consciously think it. And this was like the first Korean SLP I've ever met, living the life that I want to live. In my head, I'm like, wow, like that is actually possible. I'm actually gonna make it a goal to like try to help myself and support myself and grow that confidence, because I've been able to grow confidence in other things too. It's just this thing, it's really hard. I'm really gonna work on that, I feel like. But I want to give a book update because that is probably the biggest thing that happened. I literally, when I tell you I was fighting for my life today and I pulled out my Kindle. If we're talking about intermezzo, I low-key decided to kind of DNF this book because I'm 52% of the way through, more than halfway through. Page 225. I think right now we've been on the other brother's POV for too long, like the older one, the one that I don't really care about that much. And I was like getting so bored. I went back to reading Saving Six and I'm eating it up. So addicted during class. I want to continue reading this. I had already read some of it before. I think I was like 22%. Now I'm 53% of the way through. I'm on page 375. I love Joey sometimes. Like there are some scenes in here still where I'm like, I mean, no one's perfect. There's sometimes where I think he like kind of acts out of pocket, which I don't like. It's when he's with Aoife, like the girl. I like when he's just being like vulnerable, being like open with her. But a lot of times he puts on this like, I don't know how to explain it. I mean, maybe I'm reading too much into it. He's literally ink on paper, but I feel like he kind of like when he's like flirting with her and stuff, and you know what I mean, kind of like a lot of banter. They've been like going at this for like 5 years at this point. He's like randomly really bold, flirtatious, like cocky in a way. I don't like that. But when he's like being vulnerable, letting her comfort him and stuff, I eat it up. I'm probably gonna continue reading that. I literally wanted to dedicate today literally just to relaxing and reading, but I need to edit this video. So I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna eat my that is a struggle meal if I've ever seen one. Okay, good morning everyone. It's Thursday. You guys already know I'm making my omelet. Also, I wanted to make honey butter toast. You know that divorce lawyer who's like the perfect man? He was talking about this technique. I think it's like a Buddhist mindfulness technique. My family is Buddhist. I don't know if I've ever said that on the internet. He was talking about how there's this mindfulness technique where every time you hug someone, you hug them and then you close your eyes and you imagine that this is the last time you're hugging them. Like you're gonna see them, hug them or whatever. And then you open your eyes, you recognize that they're still here, and then you have a new appreciation for them. I mean, it sounds like it would be an effective technique, but maybe the worst thing that I could do for myself. I have maladaptive daydreaming. I don't know if I've talked about this. Can someone please comment and tell me if this is normal? It was so bad to the point that I actually like intervened with myself and I was like, I need to stop doing this. I will daydream and imagine terrible things happening to people that I love. They got into a car crash or they died, and it got bad because my dreams are really malleable. I will start dreaming about it. I'll wake up actually in a fit of tears, in a complete breakdown, actually grieving the loss of like my father. One of the girls in our class, she's hosting a Halloween party. Obviously, I have my costume already. Literally, my MO on Halloween is to make TikToks. I feel like Halloween is like the one day of the year that I feel like my friends will actually agree to make TikToks with me. I'm gonna do like the lines under my eye for the costume. Not yet because there's still time and I also still need to get ready, but I'm watching the Love is Blind reunion. I was waiting for this to come out. I'm so excited to see my friends. It's literally the girls in our class and I love the girls in my class. I have my hair up so that you can see the name on the back. Hey guys. Never finished like filming the ending to this vlog. That's my bad. But I did end up reading Saving Six. I think I rated it like a 3 stars. I love Joey and I love his story and I care about him and like Aoife, the romance. It was like so slow burn because it lasted low-key over like 5 years. I think just in general with this whole book series and like this author's writing, it's very like something I'm just like, oh, like my toes and my fingers are curling. I kind of cringe out a little bit. I cringe really easily though. No hate to any of like my Tommen sisters. That is it. Let me know if you read this book series and happy Halloween. Late Halloween. Okay, bye. I love you.